But there's a sweet science to boxing. There's a sweet science to boxing.
The best and the coolest thing about my career is called the sweet science.
There's a sweet science to boxing.
It's to hit and not get hit.
Let's get to it. So apparently Canelo Alvarez is going to be leaving Al Haymon's PBC. Michael Benson tweeted, Canelo Alvarez has reportedly now mutually agreed to split from Al Haymon's PBC as they couldn't agree on terms for the Jamal Charlo fight on May the 4th. It's claimed that Canelo may now face Edgar Berlanga in May and Jaime Munguia in September, according to Mike Coppinger.
My personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. You know, that's just my personal opinion.
Look, I'm going to tell you like this. If you hear anybody talking about PBC didn't have the money and blah, blah, blah. No, listen. PBC just didn't want to pay him for what he wanted. That's all. They didn't want to pay him because he wanted Jamal Charlo. The PBC wanted to make more money, so they wanted him to fight Jaime Munguia. He wanted Jamal Charlo, but he was trying to ask for that certain type of money for Jamal Charlo that he's going to make it with Jaime Munguia or David Benavidez.
Yeah, please.
They was telling him, no, we're not going to pay for that. They even had a tweet out last week, and this is what the tweet said. Al Haymon's PBC are reportedly ready to pay Canelo Alvarez his guaranteed purse, said to be around $35 million for a fight versus Jaime Munguia on May 4th, but not if he insists on Jamal Charlo. It's claimed PBC believed that a fight versus Munguia would sell better, according to ESPN. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Canelo wanted Charlo. He wanted the mentally unstable Charlo, but he wanted the same type of money that they was willing to pay him for the Jaime Munguia fight or the David Benavidez fight. Listen what David Benavidez say right here on what they had to offer him.
And Canelo's ducking you.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what's going on with that. And I don't want to be... Everything I say about Canelo, you know, Canelo got so much fans, they'll try to turn everything on me or they talk so much shit. But I'm going to tell you the facts.
Okay.
Him and Bivol, so they had a 2-fight deal with Bivol and Golovkin. It equaled up to, what, 80 or $85 million?
Okay.
With me, he had a 2-fight deal with Charlo and me. I think the one with Charlo was $45 million. The one with me was $55 million, and those were both plus pay-per-view. $55 million plus $45 million plus pay-per-view.
And pay-per-view?
They say I would bring nothing to the table, that I'm looking for a payday, this and that. At the end of the day, that motherfucker is the one making more money than anybody. So he's really the one getting the payday. Right. You know, he says I don't bring nothing to the table. $55 million is nothing? Is that nothing? So if that's nothing, why doesn't he just fight these championship fights for free? You know what I mean? It's just like they want to say everything that I haven't earned a shot, I haven't this and that. But bro, I'm the number one WBC, the number one ranked WBC, 2-time world champion. I've done what I've done, and I'm here for a reason. I'm still undefeated. Me and him would be a very lucrative fight because I'm young, 25-0, 23 knockouts or 22 knockouts. You know, it makes sense. Who would not want to see that fight?
So like you guys just heard, now according to that, from what he said, it sounds like Canelo didn't want that payday with Jaime Munguia and David Benavidez, and he only wanted that same payday with Jamal Charlo.
My personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez.
But Jamal Charlo most likely wouldn't be a big draw like that. But then PBC is still kind of their fault doing their part, because either way it go, they were still going to make money because Canelo is a cash cow, even if he would have fought Jamal Charlo. But I get what they're saying. He would have made more versus Jaime Munguia or David Benavidez. Way more than fighting with Charlo. But he still would have made money with Charlo. So they just couldn't agree to it. Had nothing to do with, it's because he don't like PBC. You got people on Twitter. So I told you, Al Haymon's and PBC going down. F PBC. Bro, who gives a crap about your bias towards Al Haymon? I don't care. I just want to see the fight between Canelo and Benavidez. How did this become a PBC versus boxing versus Al Haymon versus Canelo fans? And don't nobody care about that crap? This is a narrative that they're trying to paint. They're trying to make it about Al Haymon and PBC so they can get the attention away from what's really going on. And what's really going on is Canelo just simply ducking David Benavidez, and he don't want to fight a Mexican in Jaime Munguia. He don't want to fight a Mexican to Jaime Munguia, and he just playing out ducking David Benavidez. That's what's going on. And he wants the same type of money. He wants the same type of money that he would make with David Benavidez for Charlo.
Nigga, please.
When he know he ain't gonna make that type of money with Charlo. Now, if Charlo was somebody to be, if he was like, well established, what I'm saying, like a Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence or something, then maybe. But he's not. Then on top of that, he ain't even mentally stable. That's what Canelo wanted. He wanted the mentally unstable Charlo. That's why they couldn't agree. And that's why he's going back to the Matchroom Protection Agency.
Oh, look at this guy.
Don't let these people fool y'all. Trying to make y'all think that it got anything to do with PBC and Al Heyman. Got nothing to do with them. It got to do with Canelo just straight up ducking David Benavidez.